Hello, this is Carl in New York. I just watched or listened to a report from NPR about the Omari Mosque being destroyed in Gaza. This is an historical location of religious significance to Muslims in Palestine, dating back to, as Daniel Estrin, the reporter, said, Crusader times. It used to be a crusade church, and then it became a center for prayer for the Palestinians. The Israelis, one particular soldier speaking on condition of anonymity, imagine that, told Daniel Estrin that they asked the people of this area to leave, as they have been doing throughout the onslaught on Gaza, before they bombarded it. And Estrin made the point of saying that, as we know, Israel is trying to destroy Hamas so that Hamas cannot attack them again. Notwithstanding the fact that this makes military sense in an extreme state of mind, it makes no sense in the modern world to attempt to kill so many people that you manage to kill all of the militants hidden among the population in a country or in a region, equates to genocide, even if nothing else does. And of course, many people, including myself, have been saying that what Israel is engaged in is genocide. And more information comes out all the time that makes us think that the Israelis are actually trying to liquidate the Palestinian people by pushing them into the Sinai, telling them that they have to move farther and farther south when they actually have nowhere to go, and by now killing upwards of, the common number is 17,000 people, 2/3 of whom are women and children. The mosque is something that triggered me to make, I guess, what is my 5th video since the beginning of this conflict. Because to me it's emblematic of how far the Israelis are willing to go. Now, when Curtis LeMay was in charge of bombing Japan, his request to bomb Kyoto was denied, and he was supposed to engage Japan in such a way as to leave something of the history for these people. Indeed, we also did not prosecute Hirohito to the extent that he would be executed for the sole purpose of not wanting to demoralize the Japanese people. The Israelis are demoralizing, not just killing, the Palestinian people. And I don't think anybody thinks that when this is over, they're going to welcome these people back. Add to this, to strengthen the point, the fact, as I've mentioned at least 4 or 5 times in videos and comments since the beginning of this war, that Netanyahu himself has said that the Palestinians don't deserve a state. Is there any way other than to see this as an attempt to liquidate the Palestinians? So on the one hand, I feel like I'm talking about bad military and political strategy. On the other hand, it doesn't matter, because what I think is obvious is the Palestinian people are being wiped out. Everything they have is being wiped out. I don't have to be disappointed in the American response, because more and more people, including at least half the Democrats in the legislature, are coming out against what is happening and coming out against the administration for overly supporting Israel in this. But I have to say that I think that we need a hammer blow of protest to come to the fore, to really slam the administration and the Israeli government to the wall with the realization that they're not going to escape this politically. It's already being said that before this started, Netanyahu was politically doomed. I don't think that he's pulling a Bush here in saving himself. I'm sure that no matter what he succeeds in doing to Hamas, most of the Israeli people are going to demand that he resign. The failure of his military to defend against this attack, the recent knowledge, which I expected, by the way, that he knew about this attack, the fact that there were 6 terror bases training for this attack, complete with mock Israeli towns, and of course, knowing that the military and others in the government have been divided over the move to disempower the Supreme Court in Israel to empower Netanyahu, and the fact that the military, it is said, has been diverted by ensuring the safety of illegal settlements in the West Bank. There's no way to look at what Israel is doing as justified, except for the fact that it is a response to a horrible terror attack. The cliched example of killing a fly with a sledgehammer is not sufficient here. The amount of war crime that he should have to answer for should put him in jail. The condemnation of Israel should get to a point where it's no longer just deed, or rather, it's no longer just decree. Something has to happen to Israel, sanction-wise, so that they learn their lesson from this. I understand that Biden went and tried to give moral support to Netanyahu. That's understandable. I understand that he supported their going after Hamas, but I think it's time for Biden to come out and to say something strong, also perhaps in the way of an apology for supporting to this level Israel in what it's doing. The fact that we have blocked the Security Council resolution to call for, with any strength, a halt to the bombing is morally reprehensible. You can go after terrorists without destroying a people, a country, and its relics.